Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Trucking for My Future. Wow, it's been a big change the last couple of days. Um, I am back at Carlisle in Pennsylvania, still having truck problems. Um, I've made one run from Virginia back up to New York and ended up having to come right back to Pennsylvania for repairs. So I'm not making my normal money, which is, of course, going to affect my ability to keep buying into stocks when I'm not having the cash flow. Um, but we were experiencing a downward trend, pretty hardcore actually. Seeing a lot of loss on my Webull account, and I've been trying to buy as much as I can while the market is down, and try to get myself into good positions and um, lowering my price, my average price that I've spent buying those stocks. And then Friday came around. The whole market kind of just took a breath and went, okay, and started to creep up. And Friday ended up being a pretty good day. The entire market came up. Well, as of this morning, it seems like that is continuing. Doing quite well right now, actually. My portfolio is actually in the green, meaning making money instead of being down. I haven't seen that since April, to be honest with you. I've been down for a very long time. Now, do I trust it? No. We're still in the middle of the recession. We're still having all the same problems that we had last week. And the interest rates are still being raised. The Fed is going to do another one here in the near future, probably. Um, I guess the only thing I can really attribute it to is that I keep buying lower and lower and lower. So any kind of like turnaround movement upwards, it doesn't take much, and all of a sudden I'm in the good because my average prices keep dropping every time I purchase at a lower price. So now when the market turns around, goes the other direction, it doesn't take a whole lot for me to get back to good and be in the green. So a lot of that's paying off because of my diligence to keep buying. Um, and of course, my two big ones right now that are really helping move my portfolio in the right direction is J.P. Morgan Chase, JPM, and Tesla. I have right now currently around $9,000 in J.P. Morgan Chase and a little over 5,000 in Tesla, and both of those are up significantly. So that just those two alone are putting me in the green. And I still have some investments that are down, but I'm up so much on JPM and Tesla that I'm actually in the green, still good. And of course, I'm hoping for that trend to continue. If this market will even out some and stock prices come back a little bit, I'll be looking really good. So the diligence and the determination is key. I keep buying lower and lower and lower. Every time that price dips, I'm trying to put as much money into it as possible. And when it turns around, I get all the benefit. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys is, it kind of justifies for one thing. There's been a few times over the last couple of months I started wondering if I was doing the right thing. Maybe I was doing something wrong because I'm losing money, and I didn't get into the stock market with my retirement money to lose money, and kind of makes me feel good and justified that yeah, I'm doing the right thing. I'm investing for the future. So what it does today or next week or next month or in 3 months, 90 days, whatever, that's not the big picture. The big picture is what's it going to be in 5 to 7.5 years from now. That's what's important because that's going to be the time frame when I'm ready to retire. That I need that stock portfolio to really perform in that time frame. And you can't focus on what the market is doing in one day or one week. But you do need that reassurance. So when things do turn your direction, it does feel good to kind of confirm that you're doing the right thing and you're on the right path. And I'm kind of getting that a little bit the last couple of days. Feels good. It doesn't feel like I made a big mistake. You know, it makes me feel like I've done the right thing and I'm doing the right thing. And eventually, all of this is going to pay off big for me. Anyway, guys, that's what I just kind of wanted to update you. I might have to keep a sharp eye on my finances going forward to determine what I can put into my stock market account. Again, spent a lot of time off the road the last 2 weeks, almost all of it off the road the last 2 weeks, and coming into losing my position, the company losing the contract with Target. I've decided to stay with CRST for the moment and try a different position, having a regional position running out of Kentucky. And I'm going to play it by ear because the job description's kind of low on the mileage. And I've kind of expressed my concern about that. I'd be taking a pay cut to do this job. And they're kind of trying to tell me that the average isn't always average, and that the account manager will know that I want to drive more than the average, and they'll try to accommodate. We'll see. I mean, if it doesn't pan out, I at least gave my company the shot to, retain me, and I don't want to go back into team driving. I mean, I could do that today and go back into team driving and be making more money than what this regional job is offering. But just not really wanting to go back into team driving. I did 20 months of team driving. It was a challenge, and I find that I prefer solo driving. So I'm going to try to stay solo. And if this regional position doesn't work out, I'll probably have to go ahead and leave the company and get with somebody else. And from what I'm seeing, I can make about the same money as I was making with the Target elsewhere without any real problem. So that being said, I'm going to have to kind of take it easy on my spending and investing for a little bit until I'm more secure in what I'm doing for my income. And then I'm going to get right back to it. I'm still going to try to throw a couple dollars over there into the investment account, into the Webull account. I just don't want to leave myself shorthanded and something come up and I'm not being able to work for, a couple of weeks and not have any cash on hand. I don't want to have that situation. So, kind of a pause for getting my job situation straightened out before I get back into slinging every dollar I can into Webull. So, anyway, guys, that's it. Keep watching the stock markets. There are a lot of good opportunities out there. There's a lot of good companies to get invested in. If you're interested in getting invested, the strategy that I'm following, and this is just me, cannot give financial advice, but the strategy I'm following is trying to get into companies that pay halfway decent dividends and use the dividends to reinvest in continue to grow my portfolio. And of course, there's a couple of good growth stocks out there that are ones that you just purchase and wait for the price of the stock to go up, and they don't pay dividends. There's a couple of those out there that are looking pretty choice right now, and I don't know. Personally, I don't think you can say like a company like, I'm going to use AMD for an example. They're kind of down right now. They're getting beat up a little bit, but they're a chip maker. They make all kinds of video cards and all kinds of chipsets. I don't see AMD just going under or disappearing. They might be going through a rough spot, but they'll come back. And that's a company that I would definitely be watching. Their price is down right now. I'd be watching for that one to see if it's going to go a little lower and maybe buy into it a little bit. I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided to make that move yet, but that's a company I'm keeping an eye on. I don't think they're going under, and I don't think anybody's going to buy them out. They might be in a rough patch, but it's AMD. They've been around for a long time. I don't think they're going anywhere. So Tesla's on the move up right now. They're speculative. They're a little over $300 a share right now, but they're speculating. And this is just from the talk of the people out there. No official way to know, but the talk out there is that they're going to go possibly to $400 a share. There's a possibility they could even go to $500 a share within the next 24 months. That's huge. That's a lot of money. So Tesla's another good one to keep an eye on. Apple, of course, always. Microsoft, always. There's big corporations to keep an eye on to see what they're doing price-wise and get invested into. All right, guys, let me cut this video short. So I just want to update you what's going on. I'm keeping an eye on things. My portfolio is doing well right now. And as soon as I can get back into slinging as much cash into that account as I can, I will do so. But I have to get my job situation straightened out first and have a clear path forward. So, all right, guys. We'll catch you guys in the next video.